Hey everybody! So it is that time. We are going to be reviewing the Atena today, and at the end of the video we will be spinning the wheel, and we're going to be giving one of these away. So again, another long week. Another one of my kids caught COVID, Alex. He caught COVID. It was fairly mild though. Luckily he's feeling much better now, but that's how my weeks went, except for the days when I was working triple shifts at the concert center as a stagehand, which, by the way, I busted off a bunch of my nails and ripped some, and so I'm planning on doing a Valentine's Day set. We're going to be doing Valentine's sets next week, and tomorrow I will be posting the CADs, the pink brush review. I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't tried it out yet, and it's killing me, but it does have the whistle top, just like the black one. The child in me is super excited about that. Then in 4 days, we'll be posting this video. Also next week, we are going to be giving away one of these. This is one of the not lower end, but it's another cordless drill with the battery inside the handle. This one is a lower RPM. I think it's like 20,000 RPM. It's a much less expensive option, so we're going to be reviewing this, and I will also be giving one of these away. Next week, I have the gift knot brush coming. I'll be giving one of those away. It's just going to be, fun. Anyway, so today we are going to go over this, and then at the end, I'm going to tell you who won it, and I will be sending that directly out from Amazon. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I was looking into this one. It says it has 28,000 RPM. It is supposed to have an hour and a half to 2 hours of battery life, which, as most of you know, that's a fairly good amount for a drill. Like, with each individual set, you're not going to drill for 2 hours straight. So that's a decent amount for like a travel drill, which is honestly, if this holds up the way it says that it does, it could work as a main drill as well. So it came with a little bag of sanding bands. I'm gonna guess those are 150 grit, just because that's what usually comes with it. It has a Type-C charging cord, which is pretty sturdy. Huh, nice. And we have a little pack of the metal finishing bits here. Let's take a look at those. We also have the user manual, which I am gonna look at just because I wanna give you accurate battery counts and whatnot. And then we're gonna test it out, and we're gonna drill through stuff, because that's my favorite thing to do. Oh, this is neat. I like this. Why can I never open these? What the? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have our mandrel bit, which, love those. We have a slightly larger ball bit. These are the best. I like these. These are great for cuticle work. You don't stab anything, but you actually get up, get the stuff off from across the nail. The ball bit for me it's never big enough. Like, it doesn't take all of it off. And we have one of the football bits. We have a pretty wide needle bit. This one is interesting. Very interesting. I'll have to check that out too. But we are gonna get some needle bits out, and I don't know why they put sanding bands in here. That's just odd. Those could have went in the bag, but okay. These all look fairly coarse, but I could be wrong. I am sometimes. All right. Let's see. So it has the little spacer piece. This one does have a bit lock, unlike some of the USB drills. They don't come with a bit lock. This one is fairly stiff. Yeah. Some of the USB ones don't come with a bit lock. You just like push them down and it holds it pretty tight, I guess. I don't know. All right. So there's our charging port. This one, it has 3 speeds, the top speed being 28,000 RPM. I like the size of it though. Like, I don't know, it's not large, it's not heavy. It kind of fits in the finger without being too big. I like it. It's so compact. Can you imagine just using this all the time? That's crazy. That's nuts. All right, anywho, so let's make sure it powers on. I haven't charged it or anything. Okay. Oh, I should probably put a bit in there, huh? let's find a needle bit. Which one? And I'm gonna turn it off before I close that so I don't make it shoot me in the face like I did with my first drill. All right, so turning on. It doesn't have a battery gauge, which I'm not a fan of. It's very quiet. That's at medium speed, and this is at high, which you can barely hear it. It's got a really, there's a little vibration here, but it's more of a hum. So I don't feel it in my bones, which is awesome. And it's really quiet. It's much quieter than I expected. All right, that's first gear, low. It also has forward and reverse. If you're left-handed, you know why that's important, because a lot of companies like to forget about the left-handed brothers and sisters. So anywho, all right, I'm gonna go over this really quickly because I wanna check the battery and the performance. Okay. So battery needs to be charged fully before first use to ensure optimal performance. Of course, you should always charge your battery to 100% and let it die completely the first few cycles. Like let it die all the way and then charge it to 100 before you use it again and let it die all the way. What this does, since it's the same battery that they use in cell phones, which is a lithium-ion battery, what that does is calibrate your battery. It gives you a longer battery life and your batteries don't discharge as fast. So if you notice you're having battery issues with your cell phones or whatever with the lithium battery and you notice them discharging really fast, calibrate your battery. Okay, let's see. It says only use a 5-volt cord for it. I don't see the battery information. Let's see if it's on here. Nope, not there. All right, well, now I gotta find out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went on a couple different websites and found out some info. The light here will turn red when it needs charged. To charge it, you don't want to use, for the charging block, you want to use a 5-volt charging block, no more than 1 amp to absolute max. If you go over 5-volt, 2 amp, it will burn out the battery. So you want to use a slow charger. Like I said, it says I was incorrect about the battery life. It says to charge for 1.5 to 2 hours. The red charging light will change to blue or green, and you will get 3 to 4 hours of use out of it. So I was incorrect. Its longevity is actually 3 to 4 hours. Now we are going to drill through some stuff, and I grabbed a practice nail so we can check out acrylic removal as well. Now it does only have 3 speeds. The low speed isn't super fast, but it may be a little too fast for like soft gel. So, you know, keep that in mind. You want to be careful. Still really quiet. It does seem to shift pretty smoothly. So let's get up close and we're gonna drill through some stuff. Okay, yay! And then we are gonna drill off some stuff. So we are at low speed. Now, usually with a battery drill, if you put a lot of pressure on them, they will hang up and bind up. When that happens, you can feel some warmth. So you don't want to put too much pressure on it that it stops the drill. So I want to see how much pressure it takes. The instruction book is really good because it has a troubleshooting manual in it, like if it does certain things, what that means and what it means. So that's handy. All right. All right, I am at medium. Oh, okay. I'm at medium speed. That went straight through without really getting hung up or slowing down at all. Still really low vibration in the handpiece and still very quiet. So I'm on medium. It's melting the plastic. You guys can kind of see it on the tip of the needle bit, but that's on medium with the fine grit needle bit. So, you know, that's cool. So it'll work for the piercings. Let's turn that off. And now we are going to work on removing some acrylic and see, it melted it. We're gonna see how well it does removing acrylic. All right, you do want to make sure that if you're using a dust cover, it's not all the way down, because that will cause it to heat up. That's really with any drill. You want it just to kind of lightly cover that opening. There we go. All right, I got one of my old ones from like 2 years ago, so let's remove some acrylic. All right, I'm on medium speed. Should we just cut right through it? Yeah, probably. You don't want to, obviously with any drill, you don't want to sit for too long in one spot because of heat, and if it heats up too badly, that'll start transferring into your handpiece, and obviously your client or yourself. It can also cause it to bind up because the acrylic and the plastic from tips and things can start to melt, and it can cause your bit to bind up regardless of battery. So I'm not seeing too much slowing. So I'm not seeing it slowing too much. It's working pretty well. Let's try high speed. So I want you guys to hear the shift if you can. It's shifting pretty smoothly. There's no like slow down or break or anything when it shifts. There obviously would be with forward and reverse though. All right, let's do this. So we are at 28,000 RPM right now, and that's the noise that you hear. Still a light hum, and I still don't feel any very much vibration at all. I mean, so far so good, right? So if we're removing acrylic, we're obviously going to be going this way. And it's not slowing down at all. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Ah, okay, I'm making a mess. I'm going to stop now. Okay. So yeah, it made pretty short work of that. I'm feeling very little heat. There's a slight bit of warmth right here. I mean, I was holding it with my hand, but I mean, I had my hand there. Obviously, I'm holding it with my hand, not my feet, but a little bit of warmth there. But I was putting a lot of power through it, so I don't hate it. I really thought I would. I'm usually not a big fan of the cordless, you know, but I don't hate it. This one's on sale when I got it, so I paid half price for it, which was pretty cool. So all in all, I think as far as professional use, I think it would make a great travel. Oh, I got acrylic dust all over me. I think it would make a great travel drill. Like if you're going to a singular appointment, I don't think it would be great for if you're a professional working all day. Obviously, this is not the drill for that. You want to invest in something stronger. But I think if you are learning, practicing, or doing your own nails, I think it's not a bad buy for that. I think it'd be great for that because the price is, you know, it's under 50 bucks. I actually got it for 21 because it was 45% off. Yeah, I think, and especially if you don't have a dedicated place to practice, it cuts down on the bulk of what you need to carry around with you if you're like taking your supplies out every time you have to practice, if you're one of those people, or, you know, you're practicing at home and the smell bothers everybody, so you're in a different room every time. I think it's a great drill for that. Or just, you know, if you're gonna go mobile and don't want to drag your big setup with you, I think it's good. All in all, I not a bad buy. So with that being said, let's go ahead and cut to the wheel. Everybody who entered and everyone who was entered in last week's will be in the wheel this time. So we will go ahead and pick a winner. Okay, all right, congratulations to Carla. I will be pinning my email address in the description box, so please email me with your shipping info and I will get that sent right out to you through Amazon. Coming up next week, we will be giving away this drill. I will also be giving away one of the gift knot brushes. Tomorrow I will be posting the cat's brush video, and in 3 or 4 days the UV monomer, or the Mia Secret UV monomer one. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching.